So I thought I would do this. I was trying to meerkat the stream, but or meerkat the process, and not that many. Everything was blowing up big time tonight. What I'm talking about is Apple Watch. It is Friday at 1:14 in the morning. It's Friday, April 10th, 2015. I'm just kind of gonna do sort of this 24 hours real quick video clip thing. I'm Joe DeGanzik in Phoenix, Arizona. Some of you may know me from Lighting Answers. Others may know me from other online experiences or whatever. This was even though I've stayed up, I'm a bit of an Apple fan and a tech guy, and I have never sort of done the pre-order thing. I've actually waited in line overnight for Apple products and so forth. Actually, it's the product that's I'm recording this on right now, the iPhone 5S. And when the iPhone 6 came out, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get the watch because they announced it at the same time. And anyway, so over the past couple of weeks, there's been this information about well, how are you going to get the watch? Can you pre-order it? Can you walk in the store? And so anyways, I was able to pre-order it successfully. It actually worked better on the ordering app and not the website. So unfortunately, the model that I ordered will not ship for 4 weeks, so I won't get it till May, and everyone else will be walking around with Apple Watches, but that's okay. I pre-ordered the 38mm Space Gray Sport, and then I bought a couple extra bands, so all that stuff's going to show up in May. But I did successfully book a 11:30 a.m. appointment at the Biltmore store, and that was very difficult to actually do because it wouldn't confirm it, because it kept saying it's not available when actually it was doing it. And I wound up with 4 appointments and I had to cancel them down. But anyways, I got that. So that's the next thing I want to do, is show you what that's like. And tomorrow, or actually in about 10 hours, I will actually get to try on one of these watches like all the reporters have been able to do and so forth. I'm going to bed because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, but at least I placed the order, it's there, and tomorrow I get to actually try one of these things on, and hopefully it fits. Away we go. I am heading to the Apple Store Biltmore, and this is 11:07 on whatchamacallit. The video is really washed out, but I guess we're not gonna make that big of a deal about it. It's 11:07 on the 10th of April. I'm heading to my 11:30 appointment at the Apple Store Biltmore. I'm going to take the freeway because obviously I wouldn't get there in time. So they're in some fancy thing. So I'm wearing the colors of... I'm going to honk at this guy. I'm wearing the colors of the bands that I actually want to, or I ordered, because they're kind of a separate accessory item, an add-on, to kind of like a phone case, because each Apple Watch model comes paired with a certain band. So I got the 38mm Space Gray Sport, which comes with a black sport band, but of course I wanted, really actually wanted something else. This truck is being really annoying. People are just rude, on the freeway and so forth. This is going to get really dark. So I'm going through we're about to go through the tunnel here, so not too bad traffic at this point. And at least I have an appointment, so it's not like I'm walking in just trying to get something done here. Interestingly enough, even though Biltmore is known for celebrities being seen there and a very high-end shopping center, there is not, and I guess we would not expect it as, in a lowly city like Phoenix, they are not carrying the Apple Watch Edition, which of course is beyond out of my price range. I'll see you at the Biltmore. Thank you, Rebecca. Is your wife here with you already? She's here. You guys both ready?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
Oh, are you going to try it on?
Yes, yes, yes.
I would assume the aluminum was scratchy there.
I made the mistake of
When you zoom in like that,
turn your wrist around.
baby wrist. Did you get a regular? You get a watch?
This might be one of the bigger bands, so we need a harder that feel for you.
And just like slides in under
Did you get that one?
Slides right in there.
Feels a little loose,
So probably need to get a smaller band.
smaller band. But it seems like, yeah, I think if I got the 42, I think it would be too large. Can we try the 42 just so I can just see if it's too big?
Sure, yeah. Obviously a smaller band, so I'm guessing it's probably the medium or the small.
Right.
I'm excited. Me too. That's what I ordered. I think you made a good choice. Yeah, it looks really good. Perfect. Stainless steel, awesome pens, and kind of just touch the leather.
Yeah, that definitely fits. That's a 38.
Definitely the band's a little bit. You have a little more room to tighten it up too.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's actually pretty good because the other one just kind of goes right up, right to the edge, and it kind of seems a little bit better.
That's the.
Like the screen, I expected this
Yeah, I
to
think
look like
I think I made the right choice. So I just got done trying on Apple Watch, and one word, two words, absolutely amazing. And thank you so much to Michael for helping me out with the try-on appointment. So I just got back from the Apple Store at the Biltmore, pre-ordering, well not pre-ordering, but trying on, don't have it on anymore, the Apple Watch, and I wanted to make sure that I ordered the right one because I used their sizing guide on the phone to figure out, based on wrist size, which one, the smaller or the larger one, was right for me. And luckily, I do think that the 38 was the right one. I've got smaller wrists. And my experience with it, I've got some photos and some little videos and things I'm probably overlaying now. I'm not sure how I'm going to quite cut this together, but it is, the 38 millimeter is a surprisingly small device. I will definitely say that. Again, for those of you who are wondering, why is this even on the Lighting Answers channel? Because wearables are going to play a huge role in home automation, and we cover lighting design, and home automation and the Internet of Things on this channel. So that's why it's relevant. The 38 millimeter is a small device, but their new fonts and so forth were very easy to read. I mean, it really was not a problem at all. And there goes my fridge. Anyways, hopefully you can still hear me. It's the problem of living in a small place. But anyways, the 42 was probably okay for my wrist as well. They had a band that was a little bit too large, and it wasn't sized right, so it was kind of loose. They would use a smaller one, but I think 38's okay, and it looks better. It kind of looks like it more fits on the wrist nicely. All the things that everyone's heard about, I couldn't test any of the apps because there's no third-party apps loaded on the demo devices. Everything worked really amazing. They have these little tryout stations that you can try things out, but even if you try it on, the watches themselves are not running. They are literally turned off, so you can't feel the taps, the taptic engine as they call it, on your wrist. So I don't know how that's going to feel. I assume it's going to be pretty cool. As many other reviewers have said, the watch does feel pretty speedy. A couple screens seem slightly sluggish, but then again, it is a first-generation device. It's pretty amazing for a first-generation device, and the fit and finish of it, in terms of the glass, whether it's the sapphire or the ion exchange glass rounding off to the sides, really beautifully well put together device. And I got to see the back side of it when I was trying it on, and the little 4 sensors that measure your pulse rate. It's just, it really looks in person the way it does in the photos, but it is much smaller. But it's physically there, and it's like, wow, the bands, come on and you can put them on and take them off very easily. And thank you again to Michael, who was the rep at the Biltmore, who helped me out. So pretty great. He said that there wasn't a huge line or anything this morning. Obviously, people could not buy them. You could only try them on. But it was kind of like a soft version of an opening for another product. I also checked out the new MacBook, not that I'm going to be buying one because I don't need it, but crazy thin keyboard, a little different. You'd have to get used to it, very little key travel, but crazy thin. And the gold one and the space gray looks stunning, just stunning. Apple continues to make these amazing products. I think the watch is going to be amazing, whether you decide to buy an Apple Watch or some other wearable that's got some kind of connectivity. It's going to be amazing for home automation and our environment. Like I demoed in another video, you'll probably be able to walk up to smart devices and literally have them tap you and confirm that you're within range to control it, and that's what you're controlling. I think that's going to be huge. Obviously lighting control, environment control, and so forth right from your wrist. Whether these things wind up on our wrists, maybe on our shoulders like a small wearable bird, probably not, or something like a Star Trek communicator. I think many of us are going to be wearing some kind of technology at some point in the future, whether it's now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now, 60 years from now, probably just be embedded and will turn into the Borg. Well, hopefully not, but on some level, there's going to be wearable tech, and I think a lot of people are going to adopt it. Maybe not everyone, but quite a few people probably will. And I think it's going to help to change the social construct. If you only get alerted of the really important things and not everything like on your phone, you have to pull your phone out to check things, I think it's going to make a big difference in social settings as well. And probably there's going to be a lot more use for wearables that no one has even thought of yet. So that's my take. Pretty cool experience. It's been about just about over 12 hours since I started the process with the pre-order. Apple's site was pretty okay. I just didn't know if I had made a try-on reservation, and ultimately I did. I made like 4 of them, so I had to cancel a few, and luckily the one that I was left was what actually held up. So overall, pretty good experience, and that's it. I do reviews of LED light bulbs and other type of LED light sources. I talk about lighting design, home automation, and the Internet of Things on this channel right here, Lighting Answers, youtube.com/Lighting Answers. If you want to follow me personally for all my other rants and raves about all other kinds of crazy subjects, you can follow me. You can search on Google Nido Cayman. I'll put the word up. That is my name for Facebook and Instagram and everything else. That's me, personal stuff. But otherwise, Lighting Answers or Light Answers on Twitter is pretty much where you can find everything else. I'm Joe DeGanzik, and I will talk to you next time.